By the year 2026, three distinct forces have come to dominate the technology conversation: artificial intelligence, cryptocurrency, and quantum computing. Right now, these industries operate in strict isolation. AI engineers, blockchain developers, and quantum physicists attend separate conferences, pitch to separate venture capital firms, and build in entirely different ecosystems. Treating these disciplines as independent tracks creates a structural blind spot, obscuring the actual trajectory of global technology development. This animated Venn diagram maps the structural overlap between the three fields. While the outer circles represent isolated research, the activity is rapidly accelerating towards the center. These technologies are merging into a single cohesive engine. Mastering the overlap between these fields offers a distinct strategic advantage, providing a clear map for a decade where these forces are no longer separate. To see why this convergence is inevitable, look at the physical limitations in artificial intelligence. Scaling large language models requires massive, constant streams of server power and human-verified data. Cryptocurrency infrastructure answers that deficit. Distributed ledgers actively coordinate millions of independent GPUs to process AI workloads, creating a decentralized supply chain for raw compute. Conversely, those same underlying blockchain networks require constant economic activity and absolute cryptographic security to justify their overall market value. Absolute security requires advanced mathematics, which brings us to quantum computing. Quantum processors operate at sub-zero temperatures and constantly fight physical instability. The states degrade rapidly, creating complex error correction problems that classical computers struggle to solve. Machine learning models are currently being trained to monitor those fragile physical states. By actively predicting and correcting errors in real time, AI accelerates quantum stability far faster than human physicists can manage alone. The limitations perfectly interlock. The bottleneck in one discipline is directly resolved by the native mechanics of the other two. This interlocked system is already running in production environments. Projects like BitTensor are currently coordinating global AI model training through decentralized incentive structures. This flowchart tracks autonomous AI agents using these networks. An agent calculates required power and executes a cryptocurrency transaction to rent decentralized server space. Once finished, the transaction reverses. The end user receives data, and the agent earns a token payment, establishing an automated economy. Protecting these automated economies require new defenses. Post-quantum cryptography is woven into blockchains now, anticipating when quantum machines crack existing encryption standards. Building those defenses requires intense capital. The liquidity from AI and crypto is directly funding quantum computing research, bypassing strict traditional venture capital timelines. The result is a self-sustaining financial loop. The unified stack funds its own development, operating at a velocity that centralized tech corporations cannot match. Looking ahead to the 2030s, the market dynamics shift. A company building an AI product without integrating decentralized compute or quantum-level security faces severe structural disadvantages against competitors using the full stack. This creates complex legal realities. Existing regulatory frameworks offer zero guidance on how to audit or restrict an autonomous algorithmic agent operating on a quantum-secure network. Nations recognize the stakes. Governments are aggressively competing to secure control over this tripart infrastructure, treating it as the critical resource for future national security. The hardware and capital required to build these systems are vast. If access remains restricted to state actors and heavily funded corporations, the convergence will consolidate wealth and influence at a scale challenging current social stability. The velocity of this transition threatens to overwhelm the governance capacity of our current legal and social institutions. Project the development curve forward to 2045. The foundational layers of global finance, logistics, and digital communication will rely entirely on this specific combination of technologies. The most effective strategic decision you can make right now is to study the intersections. Developing expertise where these fields overlap provides leverage that narrow specialization cannot offer. This massive, unified force is being actively constructed right now by those who clearly recognize how these systems interlock.